We speak thousands of words every day. We shout, we whisper, we argue. But have you ever noticed that the things that matter the most are often the things we never say? We bury our true feelings under a mountain of small talk until the weight of our silence becomes too heavy to carry. Story 14: The Sculptor of Silent Words. In a city called Valen, the people were famous for their voices. They loved to talk. The streets were always filled with the sound of laughter, debates, and songs. But at the very center of the city stood a tall, white tower where no one ever spoke. This was the home of Caspian, the sculptor of silence. Caspian was born without a voice, but he had a gift that no one else possessed. He could see the words that people didn't say. To him, unspoken words weren't invisible. They were like heavy gray stones that people carried on their shoulders. He saw a husband carrying the stone of "I am sorry" for years. He saw a daughter carrying the stone of "I love you," but was too shy to say it. Caspian spent his days collecting these invisible stones. He would sit in the park and watch the people. When he saw someone struggling with a heavy silence, he would gently reach out and take the weight from them. He would bring these stones to his tower and carve them into beautiful marble statues. One day, a woman named Serafina came to his tower. She was the most famous singer in Valen. Her voice was like gold, and thousands of people came to hear her every night. But when she stood before Caspian, she didn't sing. She looked exhausted. Caspian saw a giant, jagged rock resting on her chest. It was so heavy that she could barely breathe. Caspian reached out to take the stone, but Serafina pulled away. "You cannot take this one, Caspian," she whispered. "This is the truth about who I really am. If I say it, or if I let it go, my fans will stop loving me. They love the singer, they don't love the woman who is tired and lonely." Caspian didn't point or move. He simply sat on the floor and began to carve a new piece of marble. He worked for hours while Serafina watched him in silence. He didn't carve a perfect singer. He carved a small, tired bird trying to find its way home through a storm. When he finished, he handed the statue to her. Serafina looked at the bird and began to cry. The tears were hot and real. As she wept, the jagged rock on her chest began to crack and crumble. It turned into dust and blew away in the wind. "I have spent my whole life singing other people's songs," Serafina said. "I was so afraid of the silence that I forgot how to listen to my own heart." She left the tower and went to the city square. That night, she didn't sing a grand song. She simply stood on the stage and told the people the truth. She told them she was tired. She told them she was lonely. The city went silent. For the first time in history, Valen was quiet. But it wasn't a cold silence. It was a warm, peaceful silence. The people realized that they didn't need to talk all the time to be heard. They began to look at each other and really see the stones they were carrying. Caspian watched from his tower and smiled. He knew that his work would never be finished, but he also knew that sometimes a single honest word is worth more than 1,000 beautiful songs. Just remember, the words you keep inside don't just disappear. They grow heavier every day that you stay silent. Don't wait for the perfect moment to be honest. A heart that is full of unspoken truths is a heart that is too heavy to fly. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Thanks for watching.